Blood, sweat, and hustle, and maybe 11 championships like Bill Russell. So bring your A game, if not, you're not playing. You can ride the bench, I'm just saying. We get it in, we go hard in the paint, and we hardly get stopped cause we're built like a tank. I'm the king of hoops, I'm the king of the court. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court. To death do us part, I live for this sport. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court. To death do us part, I live. Here to see who's the next king, who's getting the crown, who's wearing the ring. Cause true champions always rise to the top. They can't be stopped cause they run through roadblocks. They don't get distracted, they don't get confused. They're just destined to make headline news. And if they play hard enough, they'll get their own shoes. They explode on the court cause they got a short fuse. Many people dream but only a few make it reality. And only a few players can defy the law of gravity and demand a 10-figure salary and get the honor of being called your majesty. I'm the king of hoops, I'm the king of the court. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court. To death do us part, I live for this sport. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court. King of hoops, I'm the king of the court.
Turns, throws it back out to Dez, left of the circle. Dez pops up, 18-footer out front, good. Off the dribble, Dez. Back to Tyler between the circles, 6 on the clock. Pop up, 3 out front, Booker. End zone. It's Bean, top of the circle. Gives it up to Smith-Peters. He pops up a 3 for the lead. Yes! Teammates, and it's 10-7 Wichita. Into the front court, Philly on the left wing. Low post, Pendleton to the goal block. Got his own rebound and rolls it in this game. Shockers by 13. He spins through the lane, throws to Pendleton left of the circle. A 3, and it's in there. Oh, that's been their history against Southern. Jackson, top of the circle, into the lane, trying to get to the rack, and he does, and he scores. Goes into the lane, jump stop, shut off, pitch it left corner. Philly all launches one. Good. Marcus scores from the left corner.
Audie Murphy once said, "Nobody likes for his life to be disrupted, but when the country calls, they need you." For senior basketball player Colby Long, it's a call many members of his family have heard, including himself.
I got a lot of family tradition. First of all, I got 3 uncles that one fought in Vietnam. Another one was part of the 101st Air Assault Division down at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and so there's a lot of history. And also my brother was in the ROTC program. He talked to me about it and pushed me into it.
For many current and ex-military members, they can find similarities playing sports.
Just the competition and the cohesion of the team unit. In the Army, everyone's a team, and you work together as a team. So maybe the sports is kind of the same type of thing. It's you got teams and they're competing against one another. Kind of how battle can be. It's back and forth, and you see that in sports.
Colby has found that many values transfer over from the ROTC to basketball, and vice versa.
The ROTC to the basketball is the discipline they instilled in me. Being a leader. Whenever it's called upon you to lead, to have the courage to come out and lead. Basketball to ROTC is, I felt physically prepared and mentally prepared to excel in the training because of just the rigors of the basketball season.
Balancing the lives of ROTC and Division I basketball is difficult, but Colby believes it is well worth it.
Definitely. I think while you're doing it, it's kind of hard sometimes because of the time management and all that you have going on, but when you have your kids of your own and you can tell them that you played basketball and you did the ROTC and you gave it everything you had, so that you can kind of motivate others.
Colby graduates in May and then begins 4 years of service in the Army. After that, he's not sure where life will take him.
Right now I'm in a 4-year contract with the Army, so I'll be an officer for 4 years, commissioning as a 2nd lieutenant, and I'm not sure if I want to stay in. I'm going to kind of wait closer to that point to see if I want to continue in the Army. Maybe law enforcement is something I'm into, or I'm a sports administration major too, so being an athletic director at a high school level I really enjoy kids, so something like that interests me as well.
Above all, the pride Colby takes in military service is why he's prepared to answer his call.
Just the sacrifice they made fighting, guys in World War II being not even 18 years old yet, coming to fight for our country because it was the right thing to do. If I can do my part and serve my country, even if it's for a minimal amount of time, it's, at least I did something, and can kind of shows gratitude to the guys who did it before I was there.
For Saluki All Access, I'm Braden Pretzsch. For former Saluki basketball player and Saluki Hall of Famer Greg Sterick, when he received the call he was a member of the All-Century team, it was a moment he'd never forget.
Quite appreciative. I'm humbled by it. I share it with former coaches, former teammates, and I share it with my family, but it's been a long time since I played. And for people to still remember me, I'm just quite appreciative of that.
Sterick, a well-known Illinois high school basketball player, started his career at Kentucky, but wound up transferring to SIU.
At the time, my mother was ill, and but most of all, I just wanted an opportunity to come back to play in Southern Illinois. The people in Southern Illinois have been very gracious to me my entire life. My father was a coach in Southern Illinois, and really when I left the University of Kentucky, I left at the middle of my sophomore year and came back to SIU and to play for Coach Jack Hartman.
Sterick would play 65 games for the Salukis, amassing 1,428 points, ranking him 14th all-time, and 22 points per game, ranking him 2nd of all time. But where he made his living was right here at the free throw line, where he was a career 90% free throw shooter, ranking him 1st all-time in Saluki history.
Obviously, I took a lot of pride and focused on the art of free throw shooting. My father being a high school coach, we spent lots of time in the gymnasium. He was a tremendous rebounder for me.
After his playing career at SIU was complete, it wouldn't take long for Sterick to find his way back to SIU as the color commentator for the men's basketball team.
I had the opportunity to bounce around a little bit like a lot of guys, tried to make it in the NBA, and seemingly there was always somebody there that told me that I wasn't quite good enough. I came back and went to work at the local community college at John A. Logan College, had an opportunity to coach there, get involved a little bit with the media. I handled sports information for John A. Logan College, and it was kind of an easy transition for me into working as a color analyst for SIU basketball.
Through his commentary position, Greg has been able to stay a close part of the game and team that he cares for so much.
It's given me the opportunity to stay close to the game. I thoroughly enjoy the games, and to be quite honest, it's a rush before they throw up the ball for the tip-off, and I thoroughly enjoy broadcasting. I've been pretty lucky to work with some very good people in the business, and working Southern Illinois radio right now, I'm working with a true pro in Mike Reese.
He's a good friend. He is a huge name in Southern Illinois, especially with the older fan base. And, he knows the game. He's taught me the game. So he's been terrific for the broadcast. He does a very good job of being current. Even though he last played in 1972, he's on top of the game as it's played now. And I think that we do well. I think SIU broadcasts are served well by having Greg Sterick as part of them.
After being involved with some of the greatest moments of Southern Illinois basketball over the past 40 years, Sterick is truly thankful to be a Saluki.
I've had a great run here as a player, and I've had a great run as a broadcaster, and if it ended tomorrow, I've been very, very blessed to be around Saluki basketball.
For Saluki All Access, I'm Braden Pretzsch.